Yo, it's Trivelli, I'm back, and today I'm going to be telling you guys what the Houston Rockets need to do to become title contenders again by the year 2023. Now, this will include a 2021 mock draft, free agency, and anything else that will pretty much help the Rockets get back to their winning ways. So if you can, please like, comment, and subscribe so we get this channel out to as many people as possible. Also, follow me on Instagram and Twitter so you get my daily notifications for when I'm dropping videos, which is Monday through Friday, because I'm never slacking. Now, let's jump into the action.
I'm living life like this. Maybe give a little glimpse, maybe give a little glimpse.
So I just want to say really quickly, guys, if you hear any background noise today, it's because it is a torrential downpour outside. I'm not sure if the microphone is going to pick that up, but it's really loud in here. So let's just get right into this. Okay, guys, let me give you some backstory here. So obviously the Rockets were pretty much the worst team in the NBA last year. New head coach Steven Silas is manning the job, and everything for the Houston Rockets last year was just falling apart. Lots of trades, lots of injuries, and lots of losses. Now, with Wall set to make $91 million over the next 2 years, it pretty much decimates the Rockets' chances of actually making roster improvements. But we know that Wall is a phenomenal top 10 point guard in the NBA, so losing him is not going to be a near future benefit. But in admitting that 17 wins is not going to cut it, we can see that a rebuild in Houston is necessary. Now, trading Wall would be the first step for the Rockets in wiping the slate clean and starting to build around what could be an impressive core post the NBA draft 2021. Now, the Rockets should draft Jalen Green with the second pick. I believe that would be a great move. And another move that they should make, I'm not going to waste a lot of time with this, guys. These are my picks. I think that Isaiah Jackson at 23, if he's there, you take him. He's ranked the 22nd best player by NBA Draft Prospects, sportingnews.com. I think drafting Jackson will provide much needed defensive depth at the power forward position instead of the small forward position, which they are loaded at. And Kelly Olynyk played really well last year, but we all know he's a defensive liability. He's there for his three-point shot, Kelly keepers, and everything else he does on the offensive end. Now, you also have the 24th pick in the draft, but if you want, you could package that pick and John Wall for a trade for a better first round pick. That would actually be an amazing move, because now you can put your roster in order. You can see who needs to be kept and see who needs to be gone. And I also understand it does probably seem dumb because you're trading Wall for nothing, but you have to understand that rebuilding is about being cheap and saving for the perfect storm in free agency. You have to embrace next year as a learning experience to see what you have in these young kids. And then when you know what you have and you don't have, you can target that specific free agent that complements your chances of winning a title based on your current roster. Now, I believe that drafting Green, you are at least putting yourself in a position to have a core of really solid young players. KPJ at the point guard, that's Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green at shooting guard, Kenyon Martin at small forward, Isaiah Jackson at power forward, and Christian Wood at center. Now, this would not be the starting lineup in 2021 unless many trades and injuries happened and they were just flushed to make this really young starting lineup. But you see that I named a possible viable starting lineup consisting of all players under the age of 25, and the average age of these players is 22. Now, you'll still have the necessary veteran role players that you can keep under contract, like Kelly Olynyk, Eric Gordon, Daniel House, David Nwaba, and Jayshawn Tate. And if young head coach Steven Silas wants to insert any of those guys like Gordon and Olynyk to provide stability and veteran guidance with such precious young talent, that would be just fine. Now, this is the project, but with all of these players being young and KPJ is actually embracing his role at point guard, I think trading Wall to save a boatload of money over the next few years, drafting Jalen Green and Isaiah Jackson, and then watching your young team play next year would be the best possible route for success. By 2023, the Rockets could have a nasty young core starting and balling like KPJ and Green in the backcourt. You got Wood in the paint, and then you have the money to go and get a player like Kawhi or any other small forward of that caliber to stack you over the top. Imagine having a team built of basically a bunch of young studs and then adding basically one of the best players in the league. Sounds familiar, right? Like the Golden State Warriors. I think that the Houston Rockets are kind of in a position to be the new Golden State Warriors if they draft correctly here. They will have a slew of young players. They will have a great amount of cap space and a young head coach. If you put all those pieces together, it could crash or it could really succeed. And I think the year 2023, if everything is done right, they could be fighting for a title once again. If you guys agree or disagree, if you're Rockets fans, if you're not, please like, comment, and subscribe. As always, if you like the music in the background, go ahead and support my artist page at trivellimedia.com on all platforms. That's Apple Music, you know the deal, Spotify, everything else. And most importantly, please guys, have a great day, stay safe, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace!
I'm living life like this. Maybe give a little glimpse, maybe give a little glimpse. She wanna